Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rebel Mind, where we talk about everything mindset related from your mindset to your business to your marketing strategy. I'm Lauren. I am a copywriter, entrepreneur, marketing strategist, and copywriting coach. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. Today, I want to talk about aligned action, how you can find it and how you can take it. First, what is aligned action? Aligned action is the actions dictated by your priorities, goals, values that are in alignment with your long term vision. How do you find your aligned action? You first have to find your purpose and your values. Then you get clear on your short term and long term goals. Finally, you connect with your intuition. This next way of figuring out your purpose can work through any stage, but is particularly helpful in the early stages of your business. First, you start with your ikigai, which is a Japanese concept to find your purpose. So, to find that, you're going to do one of these Venn diagrams. And you want to look at first what you love. You want to see what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can make money with. Where that intersects, you just write a few things in each one. Where those intersect is your purpose. That's, if you want to talk spiritually, what you came to this planet to do. And otherwise, it's the best thing for you to do where you're not going to feel burnt out so much. It's going to feel good to be doing your work. That's the kind of thing. It's like I wake up excited to go to work every morning. That type of vibe, that's your ikigai. And that's what we all strive for, but we don't always live it because we're kind of conditioned by corporate America to be a certain way. And so, first step to finding your purpose is to do your ikigai. Then, of course, follow that up by investigating what your personal values are and how you can relate that to your business. Next up is my favorite. This is something that I work a lot with my copy coaching clients on, and that is create your dream reality, no limits. So stop and think for a minute. If you had absolutely no limits, what would your life look like? What would your dream scenario look like for your life? Just like literally just like what is your life? And when it comes to like your business aspect of this, what are you making? What are you doing? How do you feel every day living it throughout your business day, and how does that look? How does your business fit into the rest of your dream life? And that, once you figure out that your dream vision, like this is the ideal reality, um and really think hard about that, like how is your purpose intertwined in that dream reality, things like that. That end vision is your long-term goal. So amazing. We already have your purpose, your values, and your long-term goal. We're halfway there. Now take that long-term goal and break it down into phases or steps or levels. If your long-term goal is level 10, what's level 1 look like? What are the first things, the first steps, the first actions that you need to take in order to get to your dream vision? Now's the hard part. The hardest part is tapping into your intuition. If you're not somebody who already is in tune with their intuition, or maybe you're in a habit of ignoring your intuition, this part might take a little bit of time to tap into. But here are some general tips to help you tap into that intuition and start figuring that stuff out. If you're new to the idea of intuition, or maybe it sounds a little too woo-woo for you, think of it as that gut feeling when you just like know something is not for you. Um, It's more outside the mind. So you have your conscious mind thinking, and that's all of the logic and stuff. And then you have your feelings and emotions, but then you have your intuition, which I guess maybe is almost like an integration of the two. It's a deep knowing like it's a mind thing, but it's a feeling like it's an emotion. It's maybe a little difficult to describe, I guess. But when you're tapping into that intuition, that gut feeling, the first thing you have to do is let go of your shoulds and your conditioned thoughts. As we grew, especially like literally this conditioning has been starting since you were in kindergarten. When it comes to our training, our conditioning, since we were school age kids, we have learned how to listen to a boss and do what we're told, to do it in these long hours. And, like all of schooling, while valuable, obviously, also conditioned us for the workforce. And most of the time we go from school into the workforce, and it's the same type of hierarchy, where you have the higher up bosses that make all of the rules, and you follow them, you do your job, just like with school. Sure, there's some things that you like in your job, just like you liked certain subjects in school, but the actual structure of it and the way you go about it is established for you. So you have to let go of that mindset, and that conditioning, which is hard. Like, I'm not even going to lie, it's hard. You have to let go of that and let go of the idea of everything you should be doing for your business to reach that. And really tap into what feels right to you. So, mentally introduce some concepts into your mind. And this is also a great time to journal it out, because you're going to work through some thoughts, So, keep a journal with you while you're doing this practice. Introduce an idea in your mind. So, if one of your steps is that you have to start doing cold outreach. So, like, you're a copywriter, and in order to get the clients that you want to work with, you have to contact them. How does that feel to you? If you're just like, ugh, gross, I don't want to do that, stop and ask yourself why. Is it because you don't want to bother people? Is it because you don't feel like you're worthy of their attention yet? Is it because the way that you think that you should be reaching out to people, like maybe cold emailing is what you think you should be doing, and that just feels exhausting, or it feels burdensome, it just doesn't feel good? Then you're going to investigate, okay, is there another alternative that I can do that feels better to me, that's still going to help me reach the goal of getting in contact with the people I need to work with? And investigate that with yourself, and then practice it. Try that out. Does that action align with you? And if not, then what other alternative can you come up with? If you're like, ugh, this whole marketing thing, these ads, I hate making ads for my business. Say you're not a copywriter. I hate making ads for my business. They just always feel so gross and sleazy, and it just doesn't feel good to me. Then listen to that. You don't have to do the things that everyone else does. In fact, there is a whole theory on the system disruptor. So when you do something that is completely different than what the system is used to, sometimes that helps you excel way more. So think about what the action is that um, makes sense in your mind to be step one to get to your level 10 goal or whatever. And sit with that a moment, feel how that feels. Does this feel like a good action? Yes or no? Why or why not? Then from there, is there something you can do about this? What is the action that would feel best for you? So working through the whole phase of discovering the aligned action. I'm a big fan of listening to the intuition with it, but some people, if you're just looking at the numbers of it, if you're a more analytical person, maybe you sit and look at, okay, well, this is the goal, this is the short term goal, and these are the actions that we need to take in order to reach this short term goal. And you monitor the actual data of it. Maybe you need to watch your website traffic, maybe you need to watch your social media engagement and just see how that data is aligning with your short term goal and how your short term goal is aligning with your long term goal. So, this is your business. You can do whatever you want. You don't have limits and you don't have to follow every rule that every guru tells you. And that's one of the best parts of being an entrepreneur and running a business is that you have that freedom. You don't have to do this like 9 to 5 grind. And, if part of your long term goal is to only work 20 hours a week and make 6 figures in your business, that's completely obtainable. And you just have to figure out the steps to get there and the way in which that feels good to you. That's all aligned action really is. It's just creating those steps that feel good to you. And I talk a lot to companies who want to do ethical marketing, and they end up avoiding email marketing completely because so much of email marketing just feels icky and gross to them. But there is a complete and total avenue where you can do email marketing. You can connect with people. You can stay in their minds and in their consciousness, keeping your business in front of them while also offering so much value and never being like this sleazy kind of thing, this sleazy email marketing that we are all so used to. There is a reality in which that can be so good for you, so good for your business, and so good for your customers. So the whole thing about aligned action is just finding the path that is true to you, your values, and your goals, and feeds your overall purpose, what you're really wanting to do, that mission, that you want to reach. So I hope this helps you find and take some aligned action in your life and in your business. Leave a comment below if you have any other questions or you want me to talk about a certain subject. I am more than happy to do so. And share with a fellow rebel, like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, and let's start a revolution together.